it's Esther here, and this video is about juice fasting and water fasting and my experience of it and the difference between the two. Last month I did a 5-day juice and water fast. So I did 3 days of juice and 2 days of water. The difference between juice fasting and water fasting is a world apart. Like, it is a world apart. Juice fasting is, I do for health and for spiritual reasons, and it's the same with water fasting. With juice, you're actually putting calories and nutrients in your body. So you are detoxing because your body's not working to digest food. So you are resting your internal digestive organs, and you are freeing yourself from the emotional connection with food. That's the same with water fasting. But the main point is that you are actually putting nutrients and calories into your body. Water fasting, I think, is a more personal, a more sacred, a more spiritual thing. And if and when I water fast again, I don't think I will share on YouTube. I just think that is something between you and your God, whoever that may be. You and the universe, you and Buddha, you and Yahweh, you and whoever your God is. And hopefully it's a deity and not the TV or red bottom shoes or something, or money. Anyway, that's a whole different conversation. So I think that they're two very different things. And my experience in that 5-day fast was like the juice and the water was like night and day. Juice fast was what I've become accustomed to, that emotional freedom to explore areas of your life, to explore your spirituality, and that physical freedom of preparing food and eating food and just allowing your body to regenerate itself. Great. So I've actually water fasted twice now. So in December, when I was in Kenya, I was actually moving from Nairobi to Malindi, and I was due to do a juice fast. Got to Malindi and didn't have a juicer, and juices were hard to get a hold of like that. So I thought, okay, well then I'll just water fast for a couple of days. So the first day of water fasting was fine. It was very hot. I was drinking a lot of water, but then also I was, in a quite relaxed environment, and the day went quite quickly without much drama really. Yes, I felt empty, yes, I felt hunger, but it wasn't very disruptive, if you know what I mean. The morning that I woke up, I just remember feeling really weak, really sort of dizzy and faint and woozy and sick and scared. I was like, what on earth is going on? So my body was like literally craving. I had some fruit, and then as I began to fill out my body with food again, I started to feel better. And I was like, wow, maybe that's happening because it's hot, because, you know, it's gone from like 26 degrees to like 32 degrees and change of environment. I thought it was because of that. But when I did my fast most recently in January, the 5-day juice and water fast, the same thing happened. On the second day of the water fast, I woke in the night with like this cold sweat, the same thing, feeling faint and scared, you know, my heart might stop or something, panic, all part of the detox, but I wasn't prepared for it. So this is why I say you have to be really careful with water fasting. As well as it being a sacred thing, I think you have to be really careful with it, and either do your research really well, prepare your house, prepare your, you know, your work, your environment, you know, really get prepared for it, because it's not it's not something you should just do on a whim. It's a serious thing to not feed your body. Water fasting is not a straightforward thing, and really just like to warn people that, you know, don't just stop eating and start drinking water and think that you're fasting. You're not. You're going to make yourself sick. You have to actually know what you're doing. I personally wouldn't do it again without some extensive research, or better still, going to a health clinic and doing it under supervision. I don't feel like it's something that I need to do in my life right now. I don't feel like I need that level, that depth of emotional and physical cleansing, detoxing. Yeah, I just wanted to share that and to perhaps support someone who was thinking about water fasting. And I just think that we have to be careful what we put out on YouTube. And you know, I've seen videos of people doing a water day fast, and they've started out at like 300 pounds, and then, you know, after 40 days and 40 nights twice, they're, you know, like 6 stone, and that's a worry. You know, that this, I don't think that that's healthy. And yes, it's good to be healthy. There's the raw food, there's the veganism, there's all of these different ways of eating, but we do have to be careful that we don't go down the wrong path with it. So yeah, water fast alert. So for me, where I intend to go in terms of fasting is to stay with my 3 days a month on juice, and continue to do that as long as it serves me. If and when water fasting calls me, then I will do it. I mean, if I did water fast, I'd probably maybe talk about it on YouTube, like, oh, I've just done a water fast, and this is, I don't know if I'd even talk about it, because water fasting is deep. Trust me, I think it's deep. It's not just a straightforward thing. I think it is about, you know, getting your house in order, getting your integrity in before you start taking away food. You know, by that I mean, you know, all the clothes that we no longer wear that are just sitting in the cupboard that you might wear one day, take those to the charity shop. You know, all the clutter in the kitchen of the, you know, flour that's been in there for a couple of months or years even, you know what I'm talking about. And just clearing, making sure your house is tidy, swept, windows clean, like get the integrity in your environment, in, you know, your desk at work. Make sure that's tidy, you know, like that, so that things are on the outside as you would like them to be on the inside. Because for me, it's about emotional strength, to build your emotional strength. Because yes, there are outside environments and influences in our jobs, in our relationships, you know, in our creative lives, in all those areas of life, in our spirituality, our outside influences. But the most important thing is the individual. It's the self, and building that emotional strength. And I, for one, just 3 days juice fasting a month has just really built me up emotionally, in terms of managing my thoughts and not going down the negative thought path when I could, like catching myself, interrupting that rubbish, and, you know, choosing positive thoughts. So going back to the water fast thing, when I need to build a mountain of emotional strength, I will water fast in a supervised situation. But yeah, still eating a lot of raw food, still juicing and drinking smoothies, and you know, just feeling good and loving life. I hope you are too. So leave a comment, thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Thumbs up to you. And I will see you next time. My name is Esther, and this is The Living Fruit. Thank you for watching.